fun before our songs start, man.
Yeah.
Hey, mister.
I'm used to it.
Sucker and succotash. I got the track, puffing grass. Got me feeling higher than an airplane luggage rack. That's why I'm running rap. Why are they coming back? Monopolize the game, but there wasn't much fun in that. We give a chance to these cats in advance. They clapping their hands, tackling scram, a sad little man. Yo, you're tired of your fam, Academy damned. If you come at TE, you know the battle way.
Yeah, the way we came together, the HiCats, the man Mitchell Heaton right here running Unit 8 Studios, you know what I'm saying? He had his boys running through it, a lot of ARC, Dose, you know what I'm saying? And I came here and recorded my Anti-Gangster album back last year in 09. He done new stealth elements through Mutuals. You're doing it's the thing with Premium Plus, and then that was put on hold, and then it just all clicked together one by one. You know, we got 6 of us, and we just ran deep, super group type status. You know what I'm saying? 6 totally different styles, but each unique and dope in their own ways. Man, HiCats all day, man.
All day.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, the first thing that got it was the D12 show. Stealth Lockdown and D12 show for us to open for D12 as a group. So we started working on performance tracks, came together, recorded them at Unit 8, and did the first set, and it was live as a group. Like the 6 people, and the element of that is just nuts. We sold a lot of tickets to that show, and the crowd was hype, and just ever since then we just kept running with it because the love just from the beginning was crazy.
We actually made songs just for that
Performance.
We had no material to give anybody, so we were in the studio hard, just made a couple tracks and threw it on there, so we had a good set list to pop off with, and it went over really well. So
for the amount of time we had, yeah, it was crazy.
Kind of thrown it together, and next thing you know, we got 6 cats trying to run the game.
This guy is big football fan. I mean, I think it was a clever twist on the name. We don't try to run with it too much. Like with our shows and stuff, we like to use football references type for the last shows we've done, but other than that, we don't try to run with it too much.
It's something that the people in Hamilton can recognize, you know what I mean?
100%.
It's it's been pretty crazy, even just to see the response when we've got shirts made and stuff like that, and just like our merchandise has went like ridiculously fast, just because, you know, like I even hear about my buddies that are out at the football games, and everyone's stopping like, where'd you get that shirt, where'd you get that shirt? So it kind of just helped. On top of the fact that we were doing the music, it was something that the people in Hamilton could actually like relate to and see it, and it's just kind of blown up from there, you know. It's a name that people can recognize us by, people relate to the football team and shit like that, so it kind of just popped off and blew up.
King of the Dot is it's now a worldwide battle league. They have people within this league all over the world. There was 8 countries at the last event, World Domination 2, where I battled 24/7. But
one body.
Yes, sir.
The man.
But this league is it's only 2 years old. It's really not even. It's not that old, and it's gone from battling in a park to battling in a venue with 600 plus people there. So this is a crazy thing to be a part of, and it's good to have the HiCats in there, and we're promoting within King of the Dot, so there's people outside of Hamilton, Toronto, all over the world seeing our thing. So it's a good worldwide marketing. So it's good to be a part of it.
6-0, baby.
Yeah, 6-0. I don't want to brag or nothing, but we're doing pretty good. We got Arcane up in there. Mister's battled a few times. There's a couple other guys from Hamilton battling there, so 905's in there.
The thing that like,
baby.
King of the Dot does so much for hip hop, just in general, like the underground scene, not just like the battlers and the stuff itself. Like, I mean, I'm just a general, like, I'm a fan of King of the Dot, you know, and the amount of hip hop that it brings and puts in front of you that maybe you would have otherwise never seen. Like, you can market your music out to these places, like, across the country that like, no one would have ever had a reason to maybe listen to our music if it wasn't for Dose, you know, straight up. There's people, like, I've got love from some people that I would have never ever known, and I've never stepped in the ring or even thought about it, you know what I mean? Like, the amount that King of the Dot does for the hip hop scene is just, like, it's unreal, and people are still just coming to realize that now, you know? It's crazy.
I think they're doing a ground zero in Hamilton at some point.
That
soon
will
too.
be coming soon. King of the Dot will be in Hamilton. Arcane and myself will be involved. Gully the Kid, Organic, everybody will be
all
here.
be there.
It's gonna be huge, so gotta watch out for that. That's gonna happen hopefully in January.
Gateway Music, yeah, man. We dropped that September 4th of this year, 2011. You know what I mean? Crazy banger. 18 joints on it. 8 different producers.
Big track.
We got a crazy response from it.
Yeah, each we all got solo tracks. With Lottie SC, they're a group, so that's they get their solo track. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, Bananas. We had our release show at Casbah the same day, September 4th.
crazy.
Off the hook, the crowd was eating it up.
The turnout for that
Amazing
show
crowd,
was
man.
the
Amazing
biggest
crowd.
turnout we've had for a show,
Oh,
aside
easy.
from D12. But
For sure.
that it was great to have everybody in there. Everybody was feeding off the energy. That was like probably the funnest night I've had performing in front of everybody.
Yeah, like
No, you go ahead.
you like it's like you spend so much time like putting so much work into that shit. Like we grinded absolutely like crazy for the time coming up to that CD release party, and there was nothing better than standing up on that stage and finally seeing the fruits of your labor. You know.
We were
Like I mean, like yeah, like it was like
Busy.
it was not even. I remember the day of the show, like being there. I don't even think I talked to anybody that was there to come see me. Like I was just in and out, just
Yeah,
running
yeah.
around. It's like no, like you know,
Yeah.
it's just like constant chaos from like the time that you start recording and writing, constant chaos until the release party, and then you get there and it's like to see that many people out there paying that type of money to come see us and shit. Like that was crazy, man. That might have been one of the most rewarding
The amount
shows
of
that
Yeah.
support
I've
we
ever
got
done
was
in my
crazy,
life.
man. We're getting Hamilton to come down and like support their hip hop.
Straight
I
up.
think we're doing a good job of like breaking into that market, and we're getting everyone down and supporting our music and other artists' music as well. So
Straight up.
905th.
Yeah, that show especially, I felt like every next track that came on, like I couldn't hear the beat because the crowd just got louder.
Yeah, it's got louder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no
just
doubt.
got louder and louder. Like we had to keep asking Lady K to turn that shit
Straight up a little
up.
something, something.
The crowd was ridiculous, but yeah.
Yeah.
Gateway music tore the fucking house down. It did.
Yeah, no doubt,
That
no
is
doubt.
the track.
Yeah, we
everybody
actually
was
did
Like
a
especially too because like a lot of the people hadn't even heard the music yet, you know, and then they come out there and they're just hearing that music for the first time.
Very
You know how a
first
live
time.
sound can sometimes be a little bit different than what it is on the album, and still just get the feedback like that.
yeah.
And it wasn't just people sitting there like staring either, you know, you could see people
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
get into it, like people
Hands
trying to
bobbing,
bounce to
hands
it,
up
like
in the air.
you could definitely tell it was more than just like people showing love just because they know who we are, you know what I mean? Like people are actually feeling the music and that's probably
That's what
like
we
the
do
most
for it.
important shit.
Yeah.
Exactly, straight up, man. Like that's the most rewarding feeling when it comes to seeing like that, like people actually appreciating the time and effort that you put into the shit that you've done, you know?
Plus, everybody has a good ass fucking time on the show.
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
up. We know how to drink.
Our fans like to party and shows at all of our shows.
We got good bands.
Everybody drinks and has a good time.
Yeah,
and
we do.
They like
We
smoking.
appreciate the fans.
There's
There's a lot of cabs called. Nobody drives.
No, none of that show.
The HiCats as a whole, but lately we've broken off into 3 separate little groups. There's Lottie and ARC,
Yeah.
there's Stealth and Rashdon, and Mitch and myself, and we're doing our own projects. Everybody's working on their own
Word.
mini album right now, I guess you could say. We're doing ours called the Bix Tape, hopefully gonna drop somewhere in maybe
Don't even say it. Don't
January.
even
I'm gonna say it, hopefully
Okay,
in
you said it.
January.
He just did that.
No date.
Yo,
just
we
a
better
month.
record tonight, then.
Yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna put some work in tonight. But we thought that after the album, the best thing to do instead of sitting around and doing nothing but trying to sell it is work on something to keep us motivated to make music, so we don't fall into these writer's blocks. So we're just constantly writing, and
Yeah.
we're getting beats from different producers, and we're gonna start making another couple classic CDs. And this way, we have more merch to sell in a show. You can grab the Gateway. We're gonna make box sets with DVDs,
Easy.
all sorts of stuff. Man. No, but it's good. We think it's good to keep moving, keep making music. That way, we don't fall into any
Change it up a
slips and
bit,
ups. Yeah.
you know?
I think the idea was Stealth actually to break off and do that because originally Lottie and ARC had plans to finish their mixtape as soon as the album was done because they had one started previous to the project we started as a group. And when Stealth heard, you know, he's like, well, why don't we just, maybe break off into groups and do separate little projects and see how it goes. And so far, it's been going good.
It's like, you gotta keep writing like consistently, and you gotta keep working towards the project. And we basically had just thrown an album together. Well, not thrown an album, but we got an album together quick time in a matter of like 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
I know these guys had already been working on something. I figured, I was at the point where I kept writing, and it's like you can't really go up to them and ask them like, you guys want to stop and just like stop what you're doing, let's go on to the next HiCat album. At the same time, like I would love to do shit as a group, but if we can keep putting our name out there, as long as people are knowing who we are and we're getting out there, getting music out there, it can't hurt to be throwing 3 more albums at people with 15 tracks apiece,
Yeah,
Collaborations.
I know me and ARC are trying to get all of the HiCats on at least one
We're
song
just
that
still
we have,
talking
so-
about prices.
Yeah.
Until Lottie and ARC offer us a good money, I don't know. We're just holding out right now. So. No, but yeah, we
$5
definitely got a
apiece.
plan to get. I think we'll probably have at least 3 full HiCat tracks on each of
Each
our
project.
Yeah.
on each. We might even split it up. To be perfectly honest, the structure right now, at least for our album, I can speak for us, is not totally figured out yet. We're kind of just winging it, but I know that will probably make a little bit of room for these guys. Like, Kind of like.
We can
Thanks.
try.
Everybody
Thanks,
but
Ryan.
Stealth will be
Thanks,
on the
Dave.
mixtape.
No, you know what's good though. Another thing about the splitting it up is when we do an album as a group, it's hard to get lots of features from other people because there's already six people on the
yeah,
tape.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
to reach out for features is, you know what I mean,
It's a stretch.
difficult. Yeah, and so now that we're doing these separate projects, you know, we can individually reach out for different features. And, you know what I mean, start networking with different artists in the city and as
Even
well as
outside of the
outside of the
city,
city.
yeah,
Yeah, you
straight
know,
up.
we've been talking to some international people for features, so it's gonna be good.
You can find our music on ReverbNation.com/the HiCats. Merch you can get from the HiCats personally. We'll have T-shirts. We have the CDs, Gateway Music. We're gonna probably expand and get some frisbees and some USB sticks and
Knitted sweaters.
lampshade covers.
No, I think I know that at our shows we're gonna be trying to make a better effort of having like an actual merchandise table set up. I know that I've talked to some people who have done some shirts for us in the past who said that they'll sit down and do a merch table for us. I know that for now even you could get at any of us artists and we'll individually, if you're in the area, we'll individually bring you our CD if we have to. I don't care if I have to walk there in sandals in the middle of winter, you know.
We'll deliver.
He means that.
We deliver.
I really mean it.
Facebook us, the HiCats. We're on there. Get at us. You know.
We'll mail it to you if you're that far. We will send a copy to you.
No doubt.
There'll be a shipping and handling fee, but other than that, we will get a copy.
We might even
to
pay
you.
the shipping. and handling.
Yeah.
Times are hard, man. I don't know.
I guess Mitch will pay the shipping and handling fee.
And if you live in Steel City, you can get it at Dr. Disc.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
Copies on Dr. Disc. Go down there and check it out. You know what I'm saying?
Still probably working on trying to get it into a couple different places, but for the time being, get it at us. Go to Dr. Disc. You can check out our Reverb, like Those said, on the internet. Merchandise, you can get it at the shows.
Our YouTube page, www.youtube.com/.
And actually, even if you go to youtube.com/905films with a Z, you'll see a bunch of different videos from the crew. I know that Rash has done a couple there. I've done some myself. I know that the HiCats are going to be doing a video with him soon too. So check that page out too.
Gateway Music.
Look up for that one.